Assalamu alaikum, my dear students. We are discussing about the physiographic region of India. In part first, I have discussed with you the northern mountains, the Himalayas. Now, I am discussing with you the second part of the second physiographic region of India, that is northern plains. Northern plains, first of all, I will give you the demarcation of northern plains. So, river Satluj here is in the west to river Brahmaputra in the east lies this northern plain. Northern plains जो है, this plain has been formed by the sediments brought down by the rivers from the Himalayan mountains, and with this mountain this plain has been formed. In northern plains, first of all, we will see the most of the rivers which have their source in the northern mountains. I already discussed with you the Himalayas, they flow through this plain. Here we have the longest river of India, the Ganga river. It has the source here in middle Himalaya, and at Hardwar it enters into plains and it flows through UP, Lucknow, and here it is joined by the Yamuna, the southern tributary of Ganga, Yamuna. And the Ganga passes, it enters Bihar. In Bihar here, near Patna, it is joined by Gagra, Gandak and Kosi. These are three rivers which have their source in Nepal Himalayas. Gagra, Gandak and Kosi. These rivers join Ganga in Bihar, and then this moves further, and near West Bengal, near Faraka, this river is divided into two branches, which is called distributive system. When river reaches near to its mouth, the speed of the river is sluggish, it is gradual, and with the result the river begins to get distributed into so many channels. Here near Faraka, this river is divided in two branches. One branch of which goes to the Bangladesh. Here it is known as Padma, and joins river Brahmaputra near Dhaka, and further this is known as here Dhaka, and it falls into Bay of Bengal. The river Brahmaputra and Ganga, they meet at Dhaka in Bangladesh, and these two rivers, these two mighty rivers, they make world's largest delta, which is called world's largest delta, which is called Sundarban Delta, because Sundarban trees are grown in this delta, and this is the world's fast growing delta, because the land is advancing towards the sea because of the continuous deposition. And this Ganga, then we see that some rivers, some tributaries which have their source in the central highlands here, Chambal, Betwa, Kin, Son rivers, these are the southern tributaries of Ganga, and they move towards the north and join Ganga in different places, and the length of Ganga is 2525 kilometers. Length of Ganga. (2525 kilometers). 2525 किलोमीटर इसकी लेंथ है, and the states which constitute northern plains are, one is Punjab, northern Haryana, some parts of Delhi, UP, Bihar, West Bengal and Assam Valley. These are some states which constitute northern plains. And northern plains, this is a plain level land, and there is plenty of water supply is there. Irrigation facilities are provided to the farmers there, and the soil is fertile because of the sediments, mud, sand, which is brought down by the rivers from the Himalayas. These sediments are deposited in this the northern plains throughout thousands of years, and with the result, this the most fertile plain of the world has was formed. And this plain, the northern plains, it is one of the most fertile plains of the world. इतने का बहुत ही ज़रख़ेज़ मैदान है, ज़रख़ेज़ पार्ट है. It is ideal for growing different types of crops: rice, wheat, jawar, baja, sugarcane, vegetables. In abundance are grown in this part of the India. It is the second physiographic part of India. It is most fertile. It supports variety of the crops, and that is why it is called the food bowl of India. The plains, the northern plains, are called the food bowl of India. This plain is mostly made up of the Ganga, Brahmaputra, and Sindh rivers. So this plain has three parts. One is Punjab plains, that most part of that plain lie in Pakistan. Number two is Ganga plains. Number three is Brahmaputra plain, Assam plain. Three parts. It has three parts: Punjab plain, Ganga plain, and Assam plain. The length of this plain, the area of this plain is 7 lakh square kilometers. The area of Ganga, the area of northern plains, area of northern plains is 7 lakh square kilometers. Northern plains का area जो है, रकबा जो है, the area it drains, it is 7 lakh square kilometers, and the length from east to west, from river Brahmaputra in the east to river Satluj in the west. Between these two rivers, great rivers, this plain is situated, and the length of this plain is 2,400 kilometers. 2,400 kilometers, and its width varies: 240 in the east, 240 to 320 in the west, because in the west it is broad. The northern plain, the length of northern plain from river Brahmaputra to river Satluj is 2,400 kilometers. It is length, and it is width varies: 240 in the east. In the east it is narrow, and in the west it is broad. So 320 kilometers broad it is the west, and this supports a variety of crops. That's why Indian farmers, they need sophisticated technology for a good crop system. So when this northern plain, it is mostly made up of the sediments, and the various rivers which flow through it make it more and more fertile. Irrigation facilities are provided to the farmers, and high yield seeds are also provided to the farmers. Hybrid seeds are formed for a good crop system. So these crops are grown in abundance, and it has given revolution. A revolution has come in the India because of the northern plains, because of these fertile plains, in the huge increase in production. पैदावार में बहुत सारा इजाफा हुआ, यानी कि चावल की काश्त में, गन्ने की काश्त में, मैज़ की काश्त में, गंदम की काश्त में, और शुगर कान की काश्त में. इस काश्त में क्या हुआ, बहुत ही इजाफा हुआ. इतना इजाफा हुआ हिंदुस्तान में एक इनकलाब आ गया. इस इनकलाब को, यानी कि एग्रीकल्चर रिवोल्यूशन आ गया, ज़राअती इनकलाब आ गया. इस इनकलाब को हम कहते हैं green revolution, Sabz Inqilab. Green revolution means the revolution in the form of production, because of the provision of the facilities which have been provided to the farmers. Water facility, irrigation facilities are provided to the fields, electricity is provided to the fields, fertile soil is there, favorable climate is there for growing crops, and also the rivers, they flow, most of the rivers flow through this, the Ganga and the tributaries flow through this plain, which makes this plain more and more fertile, and that is why crops are grown in abundance, and it is called the food bowl of India. The northern plains are called the food bowl of India, and it has given revolution to the green revolution has come, and the green revolution has given rise to the white revolution. सफ़ेद इनकलाब आ गया, सफ़ेद इनकलाब क्या, दूध की पैदावार में इनकलाब आ गया, जबकि when crops are grown there, when the fodder is also there, अब मवेशियों के लिए घास भी बन गया, तो इस घास की वजह से, इस फॉडर की वजह से जो मवेशी जो है जैसे वहाँ पर पाले जाते हैं, तो यही वजह है कि हम देखते हैं कि जो यूपी जो है, उत्तर प्रदेश जो है, वहाँ पर सबसे ज़्यादा भैंसें पाली जाती हैं, सबसे ज़्यादा बैफलोज पाली जाती हैं. तो बिकॉज ऑफ दिस डेयरी फार्मिंग टुक प्लेस, रिवोल्यूशन, वाइट रिवोल्यूशन टुक प्लेस, सफ़ेद इनकलाब आ गया, दूध की पैदावार में हिंदुस्तान एक बहुत ही बड़ा मुल्क बन गया, मेजर कंट्री बन गया. तो ये है हमारा जो नॉर्दर्न प्लेन्स है. तो उसके बाद नंबर यहाँ पर जो नंबर थर्ड, इट इज़ द पेनिनसुलर प्लेटो. Peninsular Plateau. Plateau. Peninsula, what is peninsula? मैंने कहा कि it has 5 divisions. 3 are main, 2 are subdivisions. One is the Great Himalaya, second is the Northern Plains, third is the Peninsular Plateau. Peninsula means Jazira Numa, a piece of land which is surrounded water, to its 3 sides is called peninsula. Here you see, my dear students, here this is Bay of Bengal, it is a water body, okay, and this Arabian Sea is a water body, and here in the what there is Indian Ocean. So the southern part of India is flanked with, is covered with water to its 3 sides. One side is Indian Ocean, number 2 is Bay of Bengal, number 3 is Arabian Sea. So in between there is this piece of land, a piece of land which is surrounded by water from 3 sides, उसको कहते हैं हम peninsula, Jazira Numa. It is not complete island, because island, there is a difference between island and peninsula. Island means a piece of land which is surrounded by water to its all sides, just like Sri Lanka, it is covered by water to its all sides. So here it is peninsula, means here means I have this is peninsular plateau. Plateau means pathar, tableland, elevated land. The height of this tableland, this peninsula from the sea level is 900 to 1100 meters height, and this plateau, it is mostly made up of hard rocks. Is made up of hard rocks, and the plate is mostly covered with the wide cement forests of India, that is called tropical dense forests, tropical deciduous forests, or the main forests, or the main vegetation cover, which is covered, which the peninsular plateau is covered. Peninsular plateau जो है, पठार जो है, वहाँ पर जो vegetation cover है, वहाँ पर जो जंगलात पाए जाते हैं, जो हमारे जो plants पाए जाते हैं, वो है tropical deciduous forests, यानी कि पतझड़ वाले जंगलात. These forests, they shed their leaves in the summer season, that is why these called but these are the most western parts of India. So and this plateau, here you see I have marked this here, it is Aravalli mountains. Aravalli mountains are the oldest mountains of India, from Delhi to Gujarat. This is a continuous mountain range, and it forms the northwest boundary of the peninsular plateau. Here it is Chota Nagpur plateau and Bundelkhand, and here Western Ghats and the Eastern Ghats, or these are in between this lies this plateau region. Now, my dear students, I will tell you what are the states, which states constitute the peninsular plateau. The states of Maharashtra, Madhya Pradesh, उसके बाद है गोवा, तमिलनाडु, कर्नाटका, केरला, गुजरात, आंध्र प्रदेश, तेलंगाना, Chhattisgarh. These are the states which constitute the peninsular plateau. I told you there is Maharashtra, Madhya Pradesh, Gujarat, Karnataka, Goa, Kerala, Tamil Nadu, Andhra Pradesh, Chhattisgarh, Telangana, and this Andhra Pradesh. These are the states which constitute the northern, which constitute the this plateau region. And as I have told you that the northern plains is famous for growing different type of crops. It's called the football of India. When the plateau region, it is called storehouse of minerals. It's called storehouse of minerals. Storehouse of minerals. Minerals like gold, mica, manganese, coal, iron. These minerals are found in the peninsular plateau, and this plateau has two parts. One is between Aravalli and the Vindhyachal range. This is called Malwa plateau. Between Aravalli hills in the northwest and here the Vindhyachal range is other mountain range. Between these two mountain ranges, this part is called Malwa plateau, and between here the Satpura range, Satpura mountain range here, hill range, and between the Nilgiri hills in the south, this part is called Deccan plateau. So, there are some rivers which flow through this plateau. Number one is Mahanadi. Mahanadi river here, the Amarkant plateau is in the here we have Amarkant is Odisha. It flows through the Odisha and falls into Bay of Bengal. Mahanadi river. The length of this river is 860 kilometers. और 160 किलोमीटर इसकी लेंथ है महानदी रिवर की. इसकी जो इसका सोर्स जो है वो अमरकांट प्लेटो नियर अमरकांट प्लेटो है, और दिस रिवर flows through the Odisha and falls into Bay of Bengal. Here world's longest dam, the Hirakud Dam, has been situated on the bank of this river. Here the longest dam of the world, the longest water reservoir of the world, which is known as Hirakud Dam, that is situated on the bank of this river. And then there is one other river, that is the Godavari river, which has its source in here in Western Ghats in the Nasik district of Maharashtra. It flows through Maharashtra and Chhattisgarh, then goes Andhra Pradesh and Telangana and falls into Bay of Bengal. The Godavari river is the longest peninsular river. The length of this river is 1500 kilometers. The Godavari river is the longest river of the peninsular plateau, and the length of this river is 1500 kilometers. Okay, 1500 kilometers की length है. Then there is Krishna, is one more river. It has its source there here in the western slopes of the Western Ghats. It flows westwards and falls into the Bay of Bengal, and the length of this river is 1400 kilometers. 1400 kilometers. And then there is Kaveri. Kaveri here, it has also its source here in the Western Ghats near Kerala, and this through Kerala, and then it passes through Tamil Nadu and falls into Bay of Bengal. The length of this river is 760 kilometers. These are Mahanadi, Godavari, Krishna and Kaveri, 4 rivers, 4 main rivers of peninsular plateau, which has their source in the Western Ghats, but they flow through gorges, through the whole rocks, and fall into Bay of Bengal, because the plateau region, the plateau, the tableland, it slopes towards the east. The slope of this plateau is towards the east. That is why, consequently, the rivers Mahanadi, Godavari, Krishna and Kaveri, they flow to the east and fall into Bay of Bengal. But before they fall into Bengal, they make deltas at their mouths. A delta is a triangular shape which is formed at the mouth of the river, with the sediments brought down by the rivers. It is a fertile plain. This delta, it supports the crops also. And then there are 2 rivers, which only 2 rivers. One is Narmada. The source of Narmada is here, Satpura range. The Satpura Narmada river, it passes between the river Vindhyachal range and Satpura range. Between 2 rivers here, between 2 these mountains, this river passes and it flows through a rift valley and falls into Bay of Arabian Sea, and it forms estuary. Then there is one more river, Tapti. Tapti river here is the source of Tapti river, and this river also flows through a rift valley and falls into Arabian Sea. These are only 2 rivers of peninsular plateau which follows in the Arabian Sea, and they flow through a rift valley. And these are the these rivers are seasonal. These rivers depend mostly on the rainfall, on the monsoon rains. The difference between these 2 river systems is the northern rivers, Himalayan rivers are peninsular, the northern rivers are perennial in nature. They flow throughout the year because they have their source in the snow fields of Himalayas, while as the peninsular rivers are seasonal because they depend mostly for their water on the monsoon rains. Then there is coastal areas. These are coastal areas. Yeah, coast areas. मैंने already कहा आपको, my dear students, the length of the coast is 7,516.6 kilometers. 7,516.6 kilometers इसकी length है, including Andaman Nicobar Islands. And here from Mumbai to Goa, this coast is known as Konkan coast, and from Goa to Cochin it is called Kandla coast, and from Cochin to Kanyakumari it is called Malabar coast. The western coast has 3 parts: Konkan coast, Kandan coast and Malabar coast. Similarly, in eastern part, from Kolkata to here Andhra Pradesh, it is known as Northern Sircar, and from here Odisha to Kanyakumari it is known as Coromandel coast. So western coast are narrow, but eastern coasts are wide. These coasts provide sites for this fishing, and also the spices, coconut, spices, groundnut are also grown there. Then is Andaman Nicobar Islands and Lakshadweep Islands. Andaman Nicobar Islands are these are the island groups of India which are whose total is 247 Andaman Nicobar Islands. Port Blair is its capital, and there are now Lakshadweep Islands are lying in the Arabian Sea, 320 kilometers from Kerala, and they are only 27 in number. Kavaratti is its capital, and then there is this last part is the desert area, which here lies in the Great Indian Desert. It is mostly made of sand dunes, because of scarcity of rainfall. Rainfall does not fall in this spot, and there is only one river which flows through this desert. That is called Luni. Ultimately, it disappears under the sand and does not reach to the sea or coast. These are the 5 physical regions of India, which provides India a great unity, because of their northern mountains are border India northern. The plains provide it is food to India, and the peninsula provides mineral wealth, and coast area provides the fishing, and this is the desert area. All these are the 5 physical regions of India. My dear students, now time is over, and these are some the 5 physical regions of India, and I thank you very much.